ever feel stuck on what to write when crafting ad copy? Or maybe you know what to say, but you're unsure how to structure it to engage readers and drive conversions for your e-commerce brand? If that sounds familiar, this video is one you won't want to miss. I'll walk you through a simple ad copy framework you can use to make it all come together. But before we do that, who am I and why am I qualified to tell you all this information? My name is Iradia and I'm the founder of IDMA, which is a growth consulting and management firm for e-commerce and direct-to-consumer brands. At IDMA, we simply help e-commerce brand owners scale their e-commerce brands to multiple 7 figures or 8 figures a year by implementing our growth infrastructure into their businesses and managing it on their behalf. In other words, we partner with brand owners and take care of the marketing and sales department within their business to make it inevitable for them not to achieve profitable, predictable, and sustainable growth with their brands. Right, so we're on to phase 2 now, which is the promotion phase. We've gone through the audience research and offer refinement / creation phase, which is phase 1. Now we're on phase 2, and this is promotion. Now, marketing or advertising is a business of statistics. We deal with percentages of a population. We address our ads to individuals, and yet the success of our advertising depends on thousands or even millions of these individuals sharing the same response to these ads. The response of wanting our product enough to pay us the price we ask for it. Eugene M. Schwartz, right? Now, when it comes to promoting your products online, there are 2 main ways you can do so. You can do it through organic channels, your brand social media pages / SEO. You're not directly paying to get eyeballs on your products when you do it this way. This is organic, right? Or paid channels by paying social platforms / pay per click. You're paying to get eyeballs on your products, right? This is when you're actually paying, right, to get those impressions, right? Paid channels will give us the attention that we want faster and predictably, which is important because if we do need to change or iterate our sales angles, we can do it fast, right? If we're paying for the attention, we can get attention fast and see if our sales angles work. If we do organically, we might not get the attention fast enough, so we can't pivot as fast, right? So we need to get those eyeballs predictably, right? And that's why paid channels are better when it comes to advertising, right? Direct response is better. Now, once you have determined the offers you are going to be running based on the simulations we ran in phase 1, right? So the offers that we simulated in phase 1, once we have that down, as well as potential sales angles that will resonate with the segment of your market using the True Insights Bank that we have, because we've done the research, we have a lot of True Insights. So that group of True Insights is a True Insights Bank, right? We know we have at our disposal. You are now ready to start working on your ads, right? So now we have sales angles, we have a lot of sales angles that we can use, and we have offers that we can leverage, right? Now, we're going to go through this simple ad copy framework, right? Let me open this up. So ad copy framework. Before we continue, I want to make 2 things very clear to avoid any sort of confusion. Number 1, this ad copy framework is only necessary for static image ad creatives or carousels. If you're going to create UGC ads, let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, if you're going to create UGC ads, video format, the video script will do the selling. You don't necessarily need long ad copy. So if you're doing UGC ads or video ads, the video script, the text on the screen, right, or the voiceover of the video will do the selling. You don't need long ad copy. But if you are selling through an image, a static image ad or a carousel, right, static image pictures, right, if you're using photos and not video, then you need this ad copy framework, right? Now, 2, the hook of a UGC ad is essentially what the ad concept headline is for a static image ad creative. They both have to grab attention. So on a UGC ad, you have the hook, which is the first line, basically of the first line in the video, right? When you're dealing with static image ads, the ad concept headline, the bold text, right, at the top of the image is basically the hook, right? That's what the hook is essentially, right? Now, with that being said, we want to put together our ad headline and ad copy in the following way, right? We use a very simple ad copy framework. Obviously, there's a lot of frameworks you can use, right? This is proven. It's a 4-step framework. Like, it's very simple, right? Ad concept headline, transition, generate interest, and then call to action, right? So this is the framework. If you follow this framework, you'll be doing your copy the right way, essentially, right? Obviously, there's other frameworks that you can use, right, depending on the awareness level of the target market segments that you're going after. If you're going after a problem aware people, then your framework might change a little bit. If you're going after product aware people, your framework will change a little bit as well. You have different frameworks for those kind of customers, right? But let's just go through a simple ad copy framework to understand what you're trying to do here, right? Now, another thing worth mentioning here is when creating Facebook ads specifically, there are typically two different type of ad headlines to consider. Number one, the ad concept headline, right? The placement is usually on the image or video ad creative as the text overlay, right? So as I said, the ad concept headline is the text on the image, right? The bold text on the bold big text on the ad creative, the static ad creative image, or essentially the hook of a UGC ad or any type of video ad, right? The first line said, that's the hook, that's the ad concept headline, essentially, right? Purpose of an ad concept headline is designed to grab consumers' immediate attention by addressing their desires, problems, or aspirations directly. It's the first thing the consumer sees and is crafted to make an instant impact. It should appeal to the market segment, like I said earlier, right? Now, it's often emotionally charged, benefit-orientated, and highly relevant to the target audience's needs or wants. It encapsulates the core premise or value proposition of the ad in a compelling and succinct manner. Now, style. This should be engaging, compelling, and clear, quickly conveying the main benefit or message, right? Now, that's the ad concept headline, right? It's focused on the desire or the need of the customer, right? Two, the standard ad headline. This is the ad headline that if you advertise on Meta, right, this will be at the bottom, right, of the ad, right? It will be the white section at the bottom of the ad, right, next to the call to action, right? Placement. This is bolded text that appears below the image or video next to the call to action button. Like I just said, it reinforces the primary message and often provides a specific actionable statement or enticing detail. By the way, I'll show you the difference between these two ad headlines in a second in an image, right? So you can see where the ad concept headline would be and where the ad headline would be. So don't worry about it. I'll actually show you exactly where those two type of headlines go, right? Now, as I say, it reinforces the primary message and often provides a specific actionable statement or enticing detail. This headline is crucial for driving conversions, right? Characteristics: it is precise, focused on immediate action you want the user to take, click, buy, sign up, etc., and often includes a call to action. It complements the ad concept headline by reinforcing the message or providing additional context. Style: typically shorter and more direct than ad concept headline, right? Now, these are some examples of both headlines in practice. Example for an e-commerce brand ad concept headline: transform your morning with the perfect cup of coffee, no barista required. So that's the ad concept headline, right? Purpose: captures attention by appealing to the desire for an improved morning routine and the luxury of a barista quality coffee at home. Characteristics: emotionally charged, benefit orientated, and directly addressing a common consumer desire or problem, right? Transform your morning with the perfect cup of coffee, no barista required. So they want the coffee, they want it to be good, but they also want it to be like barista level, basically, So it's benefit orientated, right? The standard headline, on the other hand, is more direct. It's like to the offer, to the point. Get 20% off your first order of our premium coffee pods. Purpose: encourages immediate action by highlighting a specific offer and the next step the consumer should take. Characteristics: direct, precise, and includes a call to action, the discount offer, right? It's, so these are the two headlines to do two different jobs, right? Concept headline, wants and needs, right, of the customer. The standard ad headline, it's basically a call to action. It's very precise and to the point, right? So they have two different purposes. In practice, both headlines could be part of the same ad campaign, right? The ad concept headline draws the user in with an emotional appeal, and the standard ad headline provides a clear and actionable next step. Visual example: like I said, this ad does not have the best ad concept headline, to be honest with you. in the world. But I'm using it to show you the difference between the two types of headlines and where they would be placed within your static image ad. So at the top, you see the ad concept headline, right? That will be on the image, right? And then at the bottom, you have the standard ad headline. This is where, let me zoom in quickly so you guys can see this quickly. I think this is quite simple, to be fair. You guys can see this, right? So at the top, we have the ad concept headline, right? That's on the image, on the static image. And at the bottom here, next to the comprar, that means buy in Spanish. So next to the buy button, the call to action, you have the standard ad headline, right? So that's that. Cool. That's it. Cool. So let's moving on. Ad concept headline, right? So let's go into the first part of the ad copy framework. So the ad concept headline is the first part of the bridge between your ideal prospect and your product. Remember, in the audience research phase, right, in the audience research and offer refinement phase, at the first part, I told you guys that your ad should always be the bridge between your customers' pain points and desires and your product benefits or features, right? The ad is a bridge. So the first part of that bridge, the first part is the ad concept headline. It's the first thing that the consumer that has a problem or wants solutions sees, right? That ad concept headline. So it has to be very intentional. You have to be very intentional about how you create the ad concept, right? Its purpose is to seize the readers or viewers' attention instantly, compelling them to pause and engage further. So you have to get their attention, get them to stop the scroll, get their attention, and get them to engage, right? The ad concept headline has to acknowledge the market segment's desire or pain points, reinforce it, and offer the means to satisfy it, right, in a single statement. So it's very important. The ad concept headline does quite a lot of things, right? All in one. So you have to be able to get someone's attention, make them understand that you have a product for them, right? And you have a way to solve their problem. You have to be able to get their attention and show them that you have a solution to their problems, or you have what they're looking for. Essentially, that's what the ad concept headline is doing. Get their attention and show the potential customer that's watching the ad, that you have something for them that they need, right? Depending on the awareness level and sophistication level of your prospect, your ad concept headline should be worded differently. For example, if a prospect is product aware and realizes that the product can satisfy his desire, your ad concept headline should start with, for instance, transform your skincare with Radiant Glow Vitamin C Serum, the ultimate anti-aging solution. Radiant Glow's Vitamin C Serum, because the prospect, we use this phrasing, right? This phrasing, we use this because the prospect already knows about the product and recognizes it can satisfy their desire, right? So he already knows of the product, right? And knows that it can satisfy their desire. So we use that as a headline. As I said, the potential customer is product aware, right? So we just have to put the product in front of them, right? And tell them that this can do that, exactly that, it can do exactly that, right? So this ad concept headline directly addresses the product and its benefits, appealing to those who are familiar with it, right? So people already know that this product can do that. So this ad is just to say, yo, this product is for you, get it now, essentially, kind of thing, So, however, if the prospect is at level 3 state of awareness, aware of his desire, but not your product, so they know they're looking for a solution, right? But they don't know about your product yet, right? Then your ad concept headline should lead with a desire instead, because they don't know your product, right? So what you should do is lead with a desire. So they know what they want, but they don't know about your product. So you need to, in your ad, you need to lead with what they know they want, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like your ad has to be the bridge between the customer's pain points and desires, and your product features and benefits. So you need to understand the state of awareness that the customer is in to craft your ad. That's why we start with the audience research before we get to advertising. We start with audience research to understand the state of awareness, who we're going after, to be intentional, right? So if the customer, like I said, is level 3 state of awareness, then they know the desire, but they don't know your product, right? So you have to lead with the desire, right? So that's that. And for instance, achieve youthful, glowing skin with our powerful anti-aging formula. Youthful, glowing skin. So the customer wants youthful, glowing skin. They don't know about your product yet, but they want youthful, glowing skin. So it's aware of the desire, but not necessarily of the product. This ad concept headline focuses on the outcome they want to achieve, which piques their interest and leads them to discover the product that can satisfy their desire. So once they know that an ad is talking about something that they want to stick around, want to see what the ad is saying, because the ad is saying that they can get you what you want, right? They can get you what you want. So let me see what they have to say, right? How can I make this happen? So they stick around. The ad concept headline should also be filtering out irrelevant traffic and attracting the desired demographic. For instance, consider an ad targeted at eco-conscious individuals who are interested in sustainable living. The ad concept headline could start with a compelling statement like, "Are you passionate about reducing your environmental footprint and living more sustainably?" Alternatively, the same ad could begin with a different angle, such as, "Do you strive to make ethical choices that benefit the planet?" Believe it or not, these two ad concept headlines are speaking to two different kinds of people. I'll tell you why. Each variation appeals to a distinct subset of the target segment. Let me explain. The first question will attract potential customers that take sustainability very seriously. We know this because if you're passionate about something, chances are you care about that thing more than most people. The second question will attract people that might not care as much about sustainability. We know this because the word strive, which could imply that the potential customer struggles to make ethical choices that benefit the planet, right? So just like a small difference in the wording can make a big difference, right? You have to be very intentional about this. You know, you have to be very intentional, because if you currently bringing in people if you're driving traffic to your website that's not really converting, this could be the reason you're bringing the wrong people into through your funnel. So you have to be very intentional about this, right? Failure to captivate the right audience with the ad concept headline or hook can result in low quality traffic going through your funnel. As I just said, if our ads are producing low quality traffic, is usually because we are hooking the wrong audience in, and simultaneously motivating the right audience to keep scrolling because we didn't capture their attention. So our ideal customers could be scrolling past the ad because it doesn't resonate with them. This is why we start with audience research before we get to advertising. If we do the audience research, advertising becomes easy, becomes very simple, right? So within the ad concept headline, we must be extremely clear about what the ad is about and be extremely intentional about the language we choose to use. Like I can't emphasize this enough. You have to be very intentional. You're trying to get someone to do something you want them to do, so you have to be able to get their attention. Otherwise, that's never gonna happen. So this hooks, like I said, this hooks the right people in and kicks out the wrong people, right? Ad concept headline variations. So okay, cool. So there's different ad concept headline variations, but these are the main four. I'll say, like, these are the main four, right? Labels, if A then B statements, rhetorical questions, benefit statements, right? There are a bunch of ad concept headline variations. These are just some of them. Labels. This is when you call out the target audience directly. This is when you say, "Attention gym owners, attention hairstylist," or whatever the case may be. You just call them out straight away. Like, this is for you, basically. Attention gym owners, attention hairstylists, this is for you. Like, it's very simple, right? If A, these statements are designed to capture the reader's attention by addressing common problems or needs, encouraging to continue reading or take action. This is like, if you're struggling with acne, then this is for you. Like, something like that, right? If A, then B. If you, then, so that's the kind of situation, right? Rhetorical questions. They are used in persuasive writing to engage the audience by addressing common problems or challenges they might be facing. The intention is not to elicit a direct answer, but to make the audience think about their own situation and feel a connection to the solution being offered, right? Now, obviously, that's just a rhetorical question. That goes without saying. I think most people know what that is. These are used to highlight the potential benefits, benefit statements. These are used to highlight the potential benefits or results that a product or service can deliver within a specified time frame. These claims are designed to attract attention, generate interest, and persuade the audience by emphasizing quick and tangible outcomes. Benefit statements. It's very simple. So that's that. Achieve youthful, beautiful skin with, there we go, benefit statement. So here are a few examples. College students, listen up. Single parents looking to, you just call them out. Gym rats, this is for you. If you're struggling with X, then this is for you. If you're a, then check this out. If you're tired of, keep reading. Rhetorical questions. Struggling to, finding it hard. Are you tired of? I think rhetorical questions are probably the best ones to use, because you basically showing that you understand their situation. Benefit statements. Say bye to, in 7 days. Achieve X in certain time frame. 37-year-old man loses X in under 9 days. This is good for like people that are looking for a solution. So solution aware people, or product aware, no, solution aware people. These are good statements for solution aware people, essentially. This is very good for problem aware. You can even use it for solution aware as well, right? But yeah. So these are the different examples, right? It's very simple, straightforward, right? Now we move on to transition phase, transition step number 2, right, of this ad copy framework, right? Now, after capturing the attention of our prospect with a compelling hook or ad concept headline, we need to transition smoothly to the next phase. This involves providing context or a narrative that reinforces their attention-grabbing opening while maintaining the audience's interest, right? So we're providing context now. So if we've had the ad concept headline that's grabbed their attention, the transition phase is to provide context, right? To give an explanation, right? To let them know that, yes, by the way, you heard this right. Like, yeah, this is exactly for you. So you're giving them more context. The transition phase serves as a link between the initial ad concept headline and the call to action, guiding the prospect further into the story or explanation. Explanation example. Let me tell you how this works step by step. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So you're providing context, right? By following these steps, the target audience will be able to see how the product works and how they too can achieve their desired results, right? Story example. So meet Laura. She faced the same challenges you do, but with her solution, why she experienced incredible transformation without the usual hassle of ABC, right? Her journey showcases the power of her product developed over years of dedication and refinement, right? These examples illustrate how we bridge the gap between grabbing attention and our solution, ensuring our message resonates with the audience and motivates them to take action. And that takes us to generate interest. Once we've successfully captivated the prospect and kept them engaged with our copy, it's crucial to smoothly guide them towards the intended outcome or goal that resonates with their needs and desires, right? However, this transition can sometimes disrupt the flow of communication. While we may have initially attracted the customer's interest, if the desire we present to them doesn't align with their desires, they may feel like the ad wasn't made for them and become disinterested in proceeding further, right? Once again, this is why messaging is super important. It needs to resonate with whoever you are trying to speak to. This comes back to understanding exactly what our ideal customers wants or deepest desires. We know what they are from. We know what they are from research in phase 1, right? So, in other words, what do they truly want? Let me give you a random example. Let's say an ad campaign for fitness app targeting busy professionals who struggle to find time for exercise. The generate desire phase could highlight the app's unique features that cater to their specific desires, right? The ad might showcase testimonials from users who have experienced significant weight loss or improved fitness levels despite their hectic schedules. Additionally, it could emphasize the convenience of the app's customizable workout plans and the on-the-go access, addressing audience's desire for effective, time-efficient solutions. By tapping into the audience's desires for improved health and fitness in the midst of their busy lives, the ad generates interest and motivates them to explore the app further, right? So that's why. So you're essentially trying to generate interest now. You're trying to get to the point where you want them to actually want the product, right? You want to frame them, right? You want to frame them for actually wanting the product. You want to give them a reason. Essentially, that's what the generate desire is. You want to give them a reason to actually want this product or desire this product, right? So the transition part and the generate interest or the generate desire part are very similar but are slightly different. The transition part provides context or a narrative that reinforces the attention grabbing opening. So transition is trying to provide context, right, that reinforces the ad concept headline. Whereas the generate desire part is where we present the desire that resonates with their own desires, right? This is where we start telling them that we've been able to, this can give you exactly what you want, right? And this is what's going to make them actually want the product, right? So that's that. When you execute this framework properly, I'm giving you properly, the two parts should blend together and feel like the same part. Now, call to action, that's the last part of this framework. Now that we've essentially delivered our message, it's time to tell our potential customer what the next step to take is. We now want to sell the potential customer on what is on the other side of the click. For example, if we continue with this fitness example we had earlier, start your fitness journey today. Click get started for personalized workout plans. So that's essentially the call to action. You want them to actually now click the ad and actually go to your website. Essentially, it's just quite self-explanatory. Those who click and take the next step will be highly qualified prospects because you've called them out directly. For everyone else who isn't our ideal prospect, wouldn't have made it to this point as they would have opted out after the first few lines, right? So they would have said, you know what, this ad is not for me, I'm out, right? So at this point, if they go to this point, this is definitely your ideal customer and they should be going to your website and actually purchasing your product, right? Now, that's that. Let's go back to this. Okay, cool. Now that we've got our ad copy written out, we have to select essentially an ad platform, right? An ad platform. So depending on what you're selling and where your customers are consuming content, we are going to choose a platform to leverage. So we have a few options, obviously, right? We have TikTok. UGC content infrastructure is needed to create high quality content fast and at scale, right? So you got TikTok, Meta, Google, Snapchat, Pinterest, right? But for TikTok, obviously, you need a UGC infrastructure, right? You need to have content creators. I need to have a system to consistently produce a lot of UGC creatives, right? Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, very powerful when leveraged correctly. Obviously, these are the big players in the game. Like this is the biggest ad platform, right? They make the most money, they collect the most cash, right? And this is where most e-commerce brands are actually spending their money, right? So it makes sense, right? Google, again, overlooked, but it does a very good job to keep you top of mind in your customer's head, right? So obviously, this is more intent purchase. This is for e-commerce brands that are actually, they've already mastered this too. If all the e-commerce brands have already done, they've already mastered TikTok and mastered Meta, they move on to Google, right? Because now people are actually searching for their brand specifically. So it makes sense to be on Google as well, right? And they have Snapchat and Pinterest, right? These are niche platforms that are product specific but remain great alternatives, right? These are more for this particular products that work very well on Snapchat, but not every brand should be on Snapchat, to be honest with you. At IDMA, we recommend to begin with one platform at first, usually Meta, right? And become proficient at it before branching out to a second or third ad platform, right? So pick one, and go with that one, master it, become good at it, and then progress on to the second one and then third one as you scale, right? In most cases, that first one will be Meta. In most cases, right? Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, right? So that's gonna be the option, the default option in most cases. But yeah, so that's that. That's this part, this section, right? We're gonna move on to part 8 now, right? And this brings us to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking for free specific help with your digital marketing efforts, feel free to book a free consultation call with us. To do that, all you need to do is click the first link in the description of this video, choose a date, and fill in a short questionnaire about your business. An IDMA growth consultant will get a call with you to give you advice and actionable steps to solve any specific digital marketing problem you're currently facing with your e-commerce brand. Now, full disclosure, at the end of the consultation call, if our growth consultants determine that your brand meets our required standards, then we might consider a partnership with you. At IDMA, we do not consider a partnership with every brand owner. In fact, we only partner with brand owners that are in a position to rapidly scale their brands with the help of our growth team. With that being said, book a consultation with us to get free specific help with your digital marketing efforts. Thank you for watching this video. Take care.